Hey everybody, it's Hunt Fish Chris. Doing a little fishing out on my local fishing hole right now. And having some fun catching some bluegills. These bluegills, they're not giants. I was out here a couple of days ago and we pulled a couple in the 8-9 inch range, but most of these fish are running about 7 inches. These are good eater size fish, so if you're interested in taking some fish home for the pan, you know, that's a good size. Make sure you're throwing those bigger ones back because they're just becoming more and more rare. That guy wanted it bad. So if you're out there and you're really getting on these fish, make sure that you're throwing back the bigger ones. And those 7-inch fish, if you're putting those in your bucket and taking them home, you're really not hurting the fishery at all. Most of the fisheries in our area have plenty of those kind of fish. So those are the ones I like to keep and eat, and frankly I think the family enjoy those more anyway. It's a little bit thinner fillet, usually fries up a little bit crispier, and they tend to enjoy those. But what I wanted to talk to you today about was best color for ice fishing. And you see what I'm fishing right there. That is a Kenders gold tungsten jig in the 4mm size. And if you're just getting into ice fishing and you're not sure, maybe you've got a tight budget, you're trying to buy everything and you don't have the money to spend to buy $100 worth of jigs, just want a handful of jigs. If you're into pan fishing, that gold Kenders or any gold tungsten jig is probably the one I would buy. If I was only going to buy 5 or 6 jigs to try to get myself started, I'd go with those gold, maybe 3 gold and 3 silver. The gold is generally a little bit better in darker waters. Oh, I missed that guy. Hard to see them sometimes. They come head on. The gold is usually a little bit better in the darker waters. The silver, usually for brighter water for me. But right now, we're fishing in crystal clear water, and I'm using the gold. And these fish are obviously pretty aggressive. They're hitting pretty hard. It probably doesn't matter really what I'm throwing down there, but if you're really kind of thinking, what should I get? Definitely go with the gold. I interviewed Troy, Mr. Bluegill Peterson, about 2 months ago, and we were talking about catching really big bluegills and how you do it. And one of the things that he brought up was international competition. And the Russian ice fishing team is incredibly dominant. They do really well. And he said they basically have one color jig in their box, and that's gold. And they actually make those jigs for those guys out of pure gold, but that's the only color they're fishing with. That guy just wanted it bad. So if you're just on the fence, not sure what to do, just getting into fishing, that's a pretty nice fish. Definitely go with the gold. And the funny thing is, I was just out in western Minnesota last week, and I caught big crappies, like 14-inch crappies. Not a lot, but I did catch 14-inch crappies. And I caught a 20-inch bass on a 4mm tungsten jig. So don't feel like, hey, I'm just fishing with this small jig. The only thing I can catch is panfish. They will definitely catch a lot of panfish, but if you put it in the face of a big bass, like that guy just hammered it. If you put it in the face of a big bass, there's a good chance. Now that's a nice gill right there. Look at him. If you put it in the face of a big bass, they're going to take it. So if you can only buy one jig, I would say you want to get yourself some gold tungsten. They catch everything. Thanks for watching. Take care.